Hello students, this is Professor Shafi Merchant and welcome to the Bridge course, the foundation course on chemistry for 11th, 12th, JEE and NEET as well as for MSc CET. Now in this course I am going to cover a few basic points from different parts of the chemistry which will be very helpful for understanding, for better understanding the in-depth concept when you study chemistry later. Now first of all, chemistry is divided into three basic parts: physical chemistry, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry. Now what is physical chemistry? Physical chemistry basically gives you an idea about structure of atoms, calculations with respect to chemical reactions. For example, magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. So how much amount of magnesium is needed to produce X amount of magnesium oxide, that can be easily calculated. So this is just a basic example. It is physical chemistry help us to understand, to find out the speed of the reaction, the effect of catalyst, the heat of the reaction, whether the reaction is exothermic, whether heat is given out, whether the reaction is endothermic, whether heat is absorbed. It helps us to understand. It also helps us to understand how electricity and the amount of electricity can be generated on the expense of chemical reaction. Plus preparing different kinds of solutions. So all these comes under physical chemistry: calculation, atomic structure, then reactions के speed judge करना, catalyst, electrical energy कैसे produce हो रही है, all these comes under physical chemistry. Okay, basically an applied part. The second part is organic chemistry. Now what is organic chemistry? This word organic comes from organism, and if I talk about organism, so organism is about different organs, and plus we require different compounds to run those organs smoothly. For example, we are made up of different organs, and to run the system properly we consume different organic compounds. So why they are called as organic? Because our organs, everything is made up of a carbon atom. What we consume, that is also a carbon atom. So that is why when you study about carbon and its compounds like glucose, fructose, carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins, all these things which we can consume, even our genetic codes depend upon DNA, RNA, all those things are made up of carbon atoms. Our skin, hair, nails, organs, they are made up of carbon atoms. So you require to study carbon in detail because we are made up of carbon and we consume carbon to run the system properly. So that is the organic chemistry. Okay, and then you have the third part of chemistry, that is inorganic chemistry. So you, in a periodic table from 18 groups and 7 period, you leave carbon हटा दो, and you talk about properties and chemical reactivities of different elements from group 1, group 2 till group 18. That comes under inorganic chemistry. So inorganic chemistry deals with the study of elements, their electronic configurations, their chemical reactions, their physical property like melting point, boiling point, density, all those points comes under inorganic chemistry. So when you study about elements apart from carbon, inorganic, when you study about carbon compounds like alcohol, phenol, ether, aldehyde, ketone, acid and all, they come under organic chemistry. And when we talk about the applied part of the chemistry, that is the applied part of a chemical reaction, where you try to study the speed of the reaction, and as I said before, the heat of the reaction and the amount of electricity produced from a chemical reaction, all those things come under physical chemistry. So today we'll start with the word chemistry, which is nothing but the study of matter. And when we talk about matter, we talk about the smallest particle of that matter, that is called as atom. So today we start with an atom, and let's try to understand the basic terminologies used in atom and various different atoms which are studied under different names. So let us try to understand these features. So if I talk about an atom, everyone is aware that this word atom comes from a Greek philosopher Democritus. In 15th century, he claimed that this particle, the matter, is made up of a smallest particle which cannot be further divided. आप उसको divide नहीं कर सकते. That is why that smallest particle is named atomus. Atomus means which cannot be further divided. तो वहां से उसका नाम हो. Then the 18th century, with the practical evidence, Dalton has framed a theory, that is Dalton atomic theory, where he talks about the characteristics of the atom. And as we are aware of those simple characteristics, that atom of different elements are different, they have a different atomic mass. When the atom combines, they form molecules. Molecule have a property different from the combining atom, and all and all. So all that basic idea of atom is given by Dalton atomic theory. But still at that time, nobody was aware that atom can also be further divided. Now, with the law of electricity, with the law of electrolysis, further it came into notice that atom can be further divided, and they also have the smallest particle inside. They also have small particle inside it. Atom is not the only smallest particle, it can be further divided. Usme bhi small particle hote hain, and today we know those small particles are subatomic particles called as electron, proton, neutron, mesons, pion, bosons, and more smallest particle, the quark particles and all. Today we are aware of these, but at that time there were no awareness about this. So that is why the name atom is kept to keep those things in history. कि atom जो discover हुआ था, ये word आया था, it is because at that time they were in a frame of mind that atom is the smallest particle which cannot be further divided. But later on, with the experiments like discovery of electron by discharge tube experiment done by J.J. Thomson, or the discovery of proton by Goldstein with the same experiment, or by the discovery of neutron by Lord Chadwick with the nuclear transmutation reaction, it is cleared that atom can also be further divided. It has basic particles inside. The small particles are also present inside the atom. Atom के अंदर भी small particles होते हैं, that are proton, electron, neutrons and so on, which are called as subatomic particles. So now today we are going to learn how these atom and subatomic particles are represented. Okay, how they are represented. So representation of an atom can be represented as A, which is a symbol of the atom, or A नहीं लेना है, तो in some cases you can take an X as a symbol of an atom. Like for example, oxygen, the symbol is O, carbon it is C, hydrogen H, helium He. So you take a symbol, that is a symbol, you write down the symbol. Then on subscript you write down Z. I'll tell you what is Z. In the superscript you write down A. Okay, you write in A in this manner, or you can also represent as Z, X, A. It's fine. Now what is this Z and A? Let's talk about this Z and A. Z stands for atomic number. That is the number of protons, or can be electron, because every atom is electrically neutral. We know that in case of an atom, the number of positive charge, that is proton, is equal to number of negative charge, that is the electron. Because everyone is aware of the basic idea that atom consists of a proton, a neutron, and electron. Proton, neutrons are present in the center of the nucleus. That is why we say the entire mass is concentrated in the center of the nucleus, and the electron revolve in orbits. Everyone is aware of this term from your 9th and 10th standard. So it is either number of protons or number of electrons, that is the atomic number. Now what is A stands for? A stands for atomic mass number. It's number, okay? Atomic mass number. That is the sum of proton and neutron. Okay, proton and neutron के अगर mass को हम लोग ऐड कर देंगे, हम लोग नंबर ऐड कर देंगे, that is called as atomic mass number. So this is the basic idea of representing a particular atom. For example, if I write down C12, this 6 stands for what? C stands for the symbol of carbon atom. What does this 6 stands for? Z is equal to 6. That is nothing but it has 6 proton and it has 6 electron. That is number of proton. And what is this? A stands for? The A is 12. That is the atomic mass number. That is number of neutron plus proton. But protons are 6 Therefore neutrons become what? A minus Z. लिख सकते हैं Z यहाँ पर, क्योंकि number of protons are nothing but what? Number of protons are nothing but the atomic number. So you can write down Z here. So if Z goes this side, it becomes what? A minus Z. That is nothing but the number of neutrons. So number of neutron is 12 minus 6. That is 6 neutron it has. So this is how you can find out the number of neutrons, and this is how a particular element has been represented, okay, with the atomic number and with the atomic mass number. Now let us try to understand few basic terminologies with respect to atoms. The first one is, basically we are comparing atoms in a periodic table, okay. So let us talk about the first comparison between the atom. Isotopes. Now what are isotopes? Let's start with the first basic comparison. Isotopes. So what are isotopes? Iso means same, topes means position, and position in a modern periodic table is with respect to the atomic number, not mass number. So if I say same position, matlab it has the same atomic number, because we know Henry Moseley का जो periodic table है, it is on the basis of what? Increasing order of the atomic number, not mass number. तो if I say same position, मतलब यहाँ पर जो periodic table में जितना भी alignment है, that is with respect to atomic number. So if I say same position, means it has the same atomic number. So if it has the same atomic number, then what is different? Different is what? The mass number. Different mass number. Why you say same position and different mass number? Let's see. For example, if I talk about oxygen. Oxygen has 3 types of oxygen. Oxygen has 3 types of oxygen. Yes, with the difference of their masses, not with their atomic number. Oxygen like 8O16, 8O17, 8O18. अगर मैंने ये लिख दिया है, types of oxygen, 3 types. So the atomic number is same. मतलब number of protons or number of electrons will be same. Their mass number is different. The mass number is different. See, one has 16, one is 17, one is 18. Large concentration में you have 16. ये ज़्यादा abundant है nature के अंदर. So there are 3 isotopes. There are 3 forms of oxygen. 8O16, 17 and 18. 16, 17, 18 are the mass number. So when the periodic table is designed, in the oxygen family, that is group 16, you have oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Okay, so oxygen, here this is the position of oxygen with the atomic number 16. With the atomic number 8. Position of oxygen. Okay, sulfur is atomic number 16 and so on. ये group 16 है, group 17 है, group 18. So now oxygen का जो position होगा for 16, for 17, for 18 is same. यहाँ पर ही तीनों isotope को रखा गया है. Here all 3 isotopes are there. Okay, so here this is the position of all 3 isotopes. So all 3 isotopes are placed at the same position. Therefore we say they have same position, that is same atomic number, but they have a different mass number. मतलब 8 और 16, 17, 18 के positions यही है. Yes, large concentration में आपको ये मिलेगा, ये अलग बात है. That is a different thing. अभी कार्बन है, तो we have 6C12, 6C13, 6C14, which is radioactive, which gives out radiations. Now in this carbon atom, the atomic number is 6 for all 3 atoms, but one has atomic mass number 12, one has atomic mass number 13, one has atomic mass number 14. मतलब they have 3 different masses. So there are 3 different types of carbon atom in nature which have 3 different masses. तो उनमें उनके प्रोटॉन सेम होंगे, इलेक्ट्रॉन सेम होंगे, न्यूट्रॉन डिफरेंट होंगे. If you talk about this 16 minus 8, so it has 8 neutron. This is A and this is Z. And A minus Z is nothing but number of neutron. So 16 minus 8, it has 8 neutron. 17 minus 8, it has 9 neutron. 18 minus 8, it has 10 neutron. So यहाँ पर neutrons बढ़ेंगे तो mass बढ़ता है, proton electron same होते हैं. So these are nothing but the isotopes which have a same position in the periodic table. Okay, you need to remember this. Same position. Now for the next example, let's talk about the next example. The next molecule. Now after isotopes, Let's talk about isobars. Isobars. Iso means same. Bars आप यूज कर सकते हो. This word bars basically is for applied pressure, और जो pressure apply होता है वो mass की वजह से apply होता है. So basically bar is nothing but the mass. So they have same mass number but they have different Z, मतलब they have a different atomic number. अगर atomic number different है तो इनकी periodic table में position different होगी, obvious बात है. So these are called as isobar which have same masses but different atomic number. Okay, for example argon, potassium and calcium की हम लोग बात करते हैं. So argon, potassium, calcium. argon atomic number 18, group 18 को belong करता है. Okay, belongs to group 18. potassium atomic number 19, group 1. calcium atomic number 20, group 2. Okay, so these are their atomic number Z. But what about the masses? The mass number will be 40, 40 and 40. मतलब all three have same mass. So if they have same mass, they are isobars, but definitely they will be from different groups in the periodic table because they have a different atomic number. Now these are called as isobars. इनको isobars बोलते हैं. Okay, make note of it. Then उसके बाद में the next one is isotone. Let's talk about isotone, the third. What are isotones? Isotones are those which have same neutron number. बराबर देख लो इसके अंदर, same neutron number. If I say same neutron number means same A minus Z, because neutron number is nothing but A minus Z. So they have same A minus Z value. Okay, let's talk about let's take an example and try to understand कि ऐसे कैसे elements होंगे. So these are the different elements from different group. For example, silicon, phosphorus and sulfur. Silicon, phosphorus and sulfur. So if you talk about a silicon, group 14 को belong करता है. इसका atomic number भी 14 है. Phosphorus belong to group 15, इसका atomic number भी 15 है. Sulfur belongs to group 16, इसका atomic number भी 16 है. So these are their Z values, that is 14, 15 and 16. Okay, but if you talk about their mass number, silicon mass 30, phosphorus 31, sulfur 32. Now calculate their A minus Z. So it will be 30 minus 14. So it is what? 16. Now इसका A minus Z 31 minus 15, again 16. इसका A minus Z 32 minus 16, that is 16. So they have same number of neutrons but their mass number and atomic number is different. So they have same number of neutron but they have a different mass number, they have different atomic number. So these are called as isotones. Okay, now after isotones, let's talk about the next molecule. I'll rub this out. The next comparison between the elements in the periodic table. Now after isotones, we will talk about isoelectronic species. Now what are isoelectronic species? Isoelectronic species, electronic means electron, iso means same, मतलब they have same numbers of electrons. Okay, these are called as basically isoelectronic species. Okay, इनमें electron same हो गया. For example, if I write down Na with a plus charge, Na plus, fluorine with a minus 1 charge, F minus, neon not with any charge to it, oxygen minus 2 charge. Okay, then Al plus 3, Mg plus 2. All these species, if you see properly, they have same numbers of electron. Let us calculate. If you talk about sodium, the atomic number of sodium is 11. Matlab it has 11 protons and 11 electron. If I write down Na plus, it means it has lost one electron. So that is why there is 11 proton left in the nucleus, that is positive charge. But why there is extra plus 1? Because you have only 10 electrons. So 10 electron को nullify करने के लिए 10 proton नहीं है, 11 proton है, एक proton extra है, एक प्रोटॉन एक्स्ट्रा है, तो ये दोनों तो नलीफाई हो गया, बट एक प्रोटॉनिक चार्ज उस पर आपको दिखेगा. ओके, सो दिस इज Na प्लस वेयर यू हैव 10 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन इट. सो Na प्लस हैव 10, it has 10 electrons. Okay, so number of electron is 10. Fluoride, F, atomic number is 9, means it has a 9 electron, fluorine. But if I write down -1, it has extra charge, extra negative charge. Why it has extra negative charge? Because it has extra electron. If I write down -1, so now the extra electron counts and it becomes what? 10 electrons. So F minus is 10 electrons. Neon, the atomic number is 10. Helium के बाद में neon, atomic number is 10. O raised to -2, oxide ion. So oxygen atomic number is 8, so it has 8 electron. But if I write down -2 on it, it has a 2 extra electron. That becomes what? 10 electron. If I talk about Al3 plus, so normal aluminium atomic number is 13, matlab it has a 13 electron. But if I write down Al3 plus, it has lost 3 electrons, so again it has a 10 electron. So now it has a 10 electron, it has a 10 electron. What about Mg2 plus? Magnesium, the atomic number is 20, the atomic number is 12, matlab it has a 12 electron. But if I write down +2, so it has lost 2 electron, matlab it is 10 electron in +2 state. Okay, so all these species which I've written right now, ion hone do, positive charge, negative charge or neutral, they have same number of electrons. Since they have same number of electrons, they are called as isoelectronic species. You have to remember this. Okay, now the next in this is isosters. Now what is isosters? Now isosters are those species which have same number of electrons and same number of atoms. मतलब atoms भी same होने चाहिए और electrons भी same होने चाहिए. For example NO, नाइट्रिक ऑक्साइड, NO को हम लोग कंपेयर करते हैं. ओके, सो नहीं NO नहीं लेते, N2O ले लेते, नाइट्रस ऑक्साइड ले लेते. और नाइट्रस ऑक्साइड को हम लोग कंपेयर करते हैं CO2 से, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड से. दिस इज अ मॉलिक्यूल. नाउ इन केस ऑफ नाइट्रस ऑक्साइड यू हैव 2 नाइट्रोजन 1 ऑक्सीजन. नाइट्रोजन, द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन नाइट्रोजन इज 7. ये नाइट्रोजन में 7. ऑक्सीजन का नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इज 8. सो 7 7 14, 14 प्लस 8 दैट इज 22. सो यहां पर टोटल इलेक्ट्रॉन 22. CO2 has 1 carbon, 2 oxygen. Carbon, the number of electron, the atomic number of carbon is 6, number of electron is 6, oxygen is 8, 8 and 8, 16, 16 plus 6, 22. So nitrous oxide and carbon dioxide, they have same number of electrons plus they have same numbers of atoms. N2O is of 3 atoms, CO2 is of 3 atoms. So therefore these species are called as isosters. ये हम लोग को याद रखने का इसके अंदर. ओके, एक सिंपल कंपैरिजन ले सकते हो N2O और कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड का. 2 नाइट्रोजन टुगेदर. ओके, 2 नाइट्रोजन है, मतलब दोनों में इलेक्ट्रॉन काउंट करोगे तो 7 प्लस 7 14 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. CO 8 प्लस 6 14 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. कितने एटम्स हैं यहाँ पर? 2. यहाँ पर कितने एटम्स है? 2. isosters, isoelectronic as well as same number of atoms, they are called as isosters. I'll rub this out. Okay, So these are the basic comparison between the elements of the periodic table, and we also have an idea about how to represent an atom on a paper in the form of their atomic number and with the atomic mass number. But this is basically an atomic number and atomic mass number. Atomic number and atomic mass number. I have not used a term atomic mass. I have used a term atomic mass number. So let us now try to understand what is atomic mass and basically what is the unit used to represent the mass of a particular atom. Let us try to find out this. So I'll rub this out first, this part. See, in atomic number you count the number of protons and neutrons. That is fine. But what will be their masses if they are added together? That is basically we are going to study right now. So let's talk about atomic mass. So what is basically atomic mass? So simple, atomic mass is nothing but a mass of an atom. Simple. But question is how to find out the mass of an atom. So to find mass of an atom, we use a reference. To find the mass of an atom, we use a reference. Like in a weighing balance, in an old version of weighing balance, not in the electronic weighing balance, in the old version where you have two pans, the weighing pan. At one side you keep a certain amount of weight and the other side you keep the product. And you buy it when the pointer comes to the nullified point. Okay, when the point becomes straight, when it touches the zero value. So at that time both the weight are balanced. So at one side you are buying a product and on the other side there will be a weight used. So that weight is nothing but the reference for the amount of the substance you are buying. Okay, so what is the reference basically used to find out atomic mass? So atomic mass is mass of an atom, but question here is how will you find a mass of an atom? The mass of an atom we use a reference, and the reference used to find out mass of an atom is carbon with atomic mass 12. Now carbon has three isotopes, C12, C13, C14. C12 is around 98 point something percentage, very high percentage, highly abundant. C14 radioactive है, C13 इतना stable नहीं होता. C12 सबसे ज़्यादा मिलता है. And carbon is the element which combines with other elements very easily. कोई भी element के साथ में वो easily combine हो जाते हैं. तो using carbon to find out the mass of the atom it become very easy. And how they found out the mass of the atom, let's try to understand this. So basically हम लोग atomic mass find करेंगे in relation with C12. Okay, atomic C12. So basically अब वो atomic mass को हम लोग बोलेंगे, that atomic mass will be called as relative atomic mass, because that atomic mass is found out by using C12 as a reference. And what is this relative atomic mass? Relative atomic mass is nothing but mass of an atom into 1/12 of mass of C12. Okay, so this is how you calculate a mass of an atom. तो relative atomic mass is nothing but mass of a particular atom, जो भी आप mass ले रहे हो उसका atom है, to 1/12 of the mass of C12. तो suppose this is C12 का atom, ये C12 का atom है. अगर मैं इसके 12 पोर्शन कर दूं into 12 pieces basically. Okay. So हम लोग ने इसके ना 12 पोर्शन कर दिए सपोज. Okay. Now one of the portion is basically ये पूरा C12 है, ये पूरा atom है. तो ये जो पोर्शन होगा is nothing but 1/12 of the entire C12. Okay, 1/12 of the entire C12. इसी के पोर्शन के हिसाब से हम दूसरे एटम को मेजर करते हैं, दूसरे एटम को कंपेयर करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मुझे हीलियम का मास, हीलियम, ठीक है, इसका मास 4 है. द एटॉमिक मास ऑफ द हीलियम इज 4. एटॉम 4. Okay, the atomic mass is 4. So this atomic mass 4 will be in comparison to the mass of 1/12 of mass of C12. इसके कंपैरिजन में हमको मिलेगा. अब हमको कैसा मिलेगा? विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस, कि अगर मैं यहाँ पर लिख रहा हूँ कि रिलेटिव एटॉमिक मास ऑफ हीलियम इज नथिंग बट मास ऑफ एन एटम दैट इज 4 into 1/12 of mass of C12. So ये हो गया कितना? 4 3s, that is 1/3. So मतलब we can write down कि this is mass of a helium, the relative atomic mass is 1/3 of the mass of C12. तो ये हमारा रिलेटिव कंपैरिजन था. ये हम लोग ने एक यूनिट की तरह लिया था जिससे हम लोग दूसरे एटम के मास को कंपेयर करते थे कि वो कितना हैवी है और वो कितना लाइट है विद कंपेयर टू मास ऑफ C12. दिस इज अ बेसिक सिंपल आइडिया. अच्छा, नाउ दिस वन सिंगल मास, अगर मैं इसको हाइड्रोजन से कंपेयर कर दूं, तो रिलेटिव एटॉमिक मास ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, बराबर से सुनना, विल बी मास ऑफ वन हाइड्रोजन इंटू 1/12 मास ऑफ व्हाट? C12. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? हाइड्रोजन का जो मास होगा दैट इज 1/12 ऑफ C12. मतलब 1/12 ऑफ C12 मतलब इसका 12th पोर्शन. सो ये जो 12th पोर्शन है कार्बन का, ये एक हाइड्रोजन का मास होगा. तो मतलब एक कार्बन में कितने हाइड्रोजन आ सकते हैं? 12 हाइड्रोजन. क्लियर है? 12 हाइड्रोजन आ सकते हैं एक के अंदर. सो ये जो मैं बात बता रहा हूं कि अब मैंने हाइड्रोजन को कंपेयर किया तो हाइड्रोजन इज 1/12 ऑफ द मास ऑफ कार्बन ऑफ C12. मतलब ये जो 12th पोर्शन है कार्बन का वो एक हाइड्रोजन है. ये एक हाइड्रोजन का मास, ये एक हाइड्रोजन का मास है. मतलब दिस इज द स्मॉलेस्ट मास, बिकॉज हाइड्रोजन हमारा सबसे स्मॉलेस्ट एलिमेंट था. सो ये सबसे स्मॉलेस्ट मास है. अब क्वेश्चन ये, सर ये जो स्मॉलेस्ट मास है ये कितना है? ओके, सो हम लोग वापस इसके ऊपर आ जाते हैं कि रिलेटिव जो हम लोग ने फाइंड किया कि ये स्मॉलेस्ट मास कितना है. तो दिस स्मॉलेस्ट मास इज नथिंग बट, ये स्मॉलेस्ट मास क्या है? दिस स्मॉलेस्ट मास इज नथिंग बट 1/12 ऑफ C12. 1/12 ऑफ C12. नाउ using experimentally mass spectrophotometer we can calculate mass of C12. mass of C12 जो हम लोग ने कैलकुलेट किया from mass spectrometer, it was 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 23 ग्राम. 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 23 ग्राम था. ठीक है, अगर मैं उसका 1/12 निकालता हूं, if I find the 1/12 of 1.99, यहाँ पर 1, that relative atomic mass is nothing but mass of a particular atom into 1/12 into 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 23 gram. 23 gram. So this value 1/12 comes to mass of an atom into this value comes to 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 24 gram. That will be the relative atomic mass. And this 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 24 gram is the mass of this 12th portion of carbon atom. This is the minimum mass. और ये 12th portion of carbon किसका है? हाइड्रोजन से सेम है इसका मास. तो अब एक हाइड्रोजन का मास कितना हुआ? 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 24. ठीक है, ग्राम. अच्छा, अब बराबर से बात सुनना. हाइड्रोजन के 3 आइसोटोप्स होते हैं, 1H1, 1H2, 1H3. This is called as protium, deuterium, tritium. ये रेडियो एक्टिव है, ये ड्यूटेरियम है, ये प्रोटियम है. लार्ज कॉन्सेंट्रेशन प्रोटियम का होता है, तो हम लोग प्रोटियम की बात कर रहे हैं सिर्फ यहाँ पर. लार्ज कॉन्सेंट्रेशन दुनिया में प्रोटियम का होता है. अभी आप आगे पढ़ने के बाद यू विल स्टडी के सर इसमें ड्यूटेरियम ट्रिशियम भी होता है. ओके, वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट इट इज प्रेजेंट इन ट्रेस अमाउंट, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रोटियम विच इज प्रेजेंट इन लार्ज अमाउंट. So can I say that this is a mass of one protium atom of hydrogen? Okay. Now, if you talk about this single atom of hydrogen, that is protium, this is Z value and this is A value. Z stands for what? Number of protons or number of electrons. A stands for mass number. See properly. See properly. अगर मैं न्यूट्रॉन फाइंड करता हूँ तो न्यूट्रॉन इज A minus Z, that is 1 minus 1 is 0. इसका मतलब इस प्रोटियम में न्यूक्लियस में एक प्रोटॉन होगा और बाहर एक इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा. और हम लोग मास सिर्फ किसका कैलकुलेट करते हैं? प्रोटॉन का, बिकॉज इलेक्ट्रॉन मास इज नेग्लिजिबल. सो अब मुझे एक बात बताओ, लेट्स थिंक अबाउट इट. इफ द प्रोटियम मास इज 1.66 10 to minus 24 ग्राम, It means this is a mass of what? This is a mass of a single proton. सिंगल प्रोटॉन, बिकॉज हम लोग मास सिर्फ किसका कैलकुलेट करते हैं? प्रोटॉन और न्यूट्रॉन का, या न्यूट्रॉन है तो हम सिर्फ प्रोटॉन का कैलकुलेट करेंगे। तो प्रोटियम का मास है 1.66 × 10⁻24 ग्राम, और प्रोटियम का मास में हम लोग किसका मास कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं? प्रोटॉन का। देखो एक प्रोटॉन का मास होता है 1.66 × 10⁻24 ग्राम, एंड दिस वैल्यू इज टेकन एज अ कांस्टेंट वैल्यू, अ यूनिट, और उस यूनिट का नाम होता है एटॉमिक मास यूनिट। या तो हम लोग इसको AMU से लिख सकते हैं, या तो U से यूनिफाइड मास लिख सकते हैं, या तो D डेल्टन लिख सकते हैं। ये तीनों यूनिट सेम है। तो 1.66 10⁻24 ग्राम इज अ मास ऑफ 112 और C12 एटम, एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? 1 AMU। ठीक है, 1 AMU मतलब ये पूरा पार्ट जो होता है वो 1 AMU का होता है। तो रिलेटिव एटॉमिक मास इज मास ऑफ एटम इनटू 1 AMU। व्हाट इज 1 AMU? 1.66 10⁻24 ग्राम। सो दिस इज द यूनिट ऑफ एटॉमिक मास। तो ये पूरा स्टोरी था एटॉमिक मास के लिए समझने के लिए। सो इफ आई आस्क यू, समझो एग्जाम्पल लिया है मैंने, सोडियम, द एटॉमिक मास इज 23। So we'll write down कि one sodium atom, the atomic mass is 23 U, unified mass, or 23 AMU, or 23 D. अच्छा, what is this U and AME? One U is nothing but 1.66. So if I ask you what is the mass of one sodium atom in grams, एक सोडियम एटम का ग्राम में क्या है, तो आप बोलेंगे सर 23 into 1 U is how much? 1.66 10⁻24 ग्राम। सर इतना मास है एक एटम सोडियम का। ठीक है, नो ऑक्सीजन लिया एक एटम, उसका एटॉमिक मास कितना होता है? 16, जो हम लोग ने 16 वाला आइसोटोप लिया। तो इफ आई आस्क यू व्हाट इज द मास ऑफ वन ऑक्सीजन एटम, आप बोलेंगे सर वन ऑक्सीजन एटम का मास है 16 AMU और 16 U। मैं बोलूँगा ग्राम में कितना होगा, तो 16 into 1.66 into 10⁻24 ग्राम, दिस इज 1 AMU। ओके, सो दिस इज द बेसिक यूनिट ऑफ मास फॉर अ सिंगल एटम। और 1 U और 1 यूनिफाइड मास ग्राम्स में कितना होता है? दैट इज 1.66 10⁻24 ग्राम, एंड दैट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू व्हाट? मास ऑफ 1 प्रोटॉन, बिकॉज हाइड्रोजन का मास हमको 1/12 ऑफ द मास ऑफ कार्बन मिला है। स्टोरी थोड़ा दिमाग में रखने का। ओके, व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग दिस C12? इट इज यूज्ड एज अ रेफरेंस। ओके गाइस, now this is about atomic mass. So if I ask you atomic mass, mass of a single atom, you can represent atomic mass in AMU or U, or you can represent in gram. आप उसके हिसाब से लिख सकते हैं। Now what is simple molecular mass? So molecular mass is nothing but mass of a molecule, and molecule is made up of atom. So atom के जितने भी mass है आप उसको add कर दोगे तो mass of molecule बन जाएगा। For example, if I take a simple example of molecular mass, या मीथेन ले लेता हूं, सबसे सिंपल एग्जांपल CH4 मीथेन। सो कार्बन हैज अ मास ऑफ 12 U, प्लस हाइड्रोजन इज 4 है, तो 4 into इट हैज अ मास ऑफ 1 U, so it becomes what? 16 U। 1, this is the mass of what? 1 methane मॉलिक्यूल, सिंगल मीथेन मॉलिक्यूल। अगर इसको ग्राम में कन्वर्ट करना है, 16 into 1.66 into 10⁻24 ग्राम। सिंपल हो गया। ओके, सिंपल है। तो हम लोग ने ये क्या लिखा है, इसका एटॉमिक मास नंबर लिखा है, बट उसको यूनिट दे दिया और वो यूनिट ग्राम्स में कन्वर्ट कर दिया। दैट इज द बेसिक आइडिया। कुछ नहीं करना है, एटॉमिक नंबर है, एटॉमिक मास नंबर ही हम लोग ने यूज किया इसके अंदर। अभी आप दूसरा एग्जाम्पल ले लो। फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई राइट डाउन NaOH, 3 एटम्स टुगेदर, तो सोडियम, द एटॉमिक मास इज atomic mass number is 23. You write down U, your unified mass, plus oxygen is what? 16 U, plus hydrogen is what? 1 U. So 23 plus 16 plus 1, 24 plus 16 become 40. So 40 U or AMU is the mass of one molecule, single molecule of NaOH, molecular mass. अच्छा, इसको ग्राम्स में कन्वर्ट करना है, 40 into 1.66 into 10⁻24 ग्राम। ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट atomic mass and the molecular mass and also the representation of an atom. याद रखना atomic mass हम लोग find करते हैं relative to the mass of C12 and that is 1/12 of the mass of C12. तो एक हाइड्रोजन जो होता है वो कार्बन का 1/12 पार्ट होता है और that 1/12 पार्ट का मास हम लोग ने जब निकाला तो that comes to 1.66 10⁻⁻24 gram using mass spectrophotometer. So that is why we say that mass of one protium, that is one hydrogen atom, is 1.66 10⁻⁻24 gram. That is equivalent to 1 proton. तो वो एक प्रोटॉनिक मास भी हो गया, उसको हम लोग 1 AMU भी लिखते हैं या 1U या 1D से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. And whenever you write a mass of an atom, you first write it in U and then you convert it into gram for a mass of a single atom. Okay, so this was the first basic lecture. I hope you understood the entire part. Make note of all points and then we'll move on to the next lecture next time. Take care. Bye.